Here is David Lammy representing the Prime Minister of our country, and he can't even be bothered to wear a poppy. And here we are with another cover-up. He will not answer the question. He clearly knows the answer to the question because he's the Justice Secretary. And as if the justice system hasn't got an appalling name for itself already because it's so badly run, we've now got him at the helm. And he will not answer this simple question, Cartledge. And I am so glad Cartledge pushed, because Badenoch, to be fair to us, does often, but never to this level. 6 times he asks him, and 6 times he squirms until then he gets abusive and starts screaming, "Get a grip, man." I mean, I thought Starmer was bad at covering questions and not answering, but he's absolutely brilliant at it, is Lammy. I mean, this is just a total embarrassment. And they're all laughing at him in the House, and they're going, just say yes or no. Just say, you can hear the chant of it. Just answer the question. He can't answer the question. He's putting us all at risk, and he's just covering up, and then he's smirking and smiling and saying daft things. It's just a total embarrassment. And if the justice system wasn't bad enough as it is, we've been totally failed by it. Now we've got him in charge, and we just don't stand a chance. And here he is. Watch him 6 times. It's absolutely incredulous.
House that since Kabatu was released, no other asylum-seeking offender has been accidentally let out of prison.
Deputy Prime Minister.
Well, the House is thankfully quiet, so I'm surprised the honourable gentleman didn't hear me when I said that, of course, I apologise and I'm sorry for the anxiety caused. But look, let me just remind him that he was a justice minister that allowed our prisons to get to this state in the first place. And it's now for us to...
I'm going to ask him the question again. Can he reassure the House that since Kabatu was released, no other asylum-seeking offender has been accidentally let out of prison? It's a very specific question for him to answer.
Deputy Prime Minister.
After his release, I put in place the toughest...
Mr. Speaker, he's the Justice Secretary. He's responsible for the justice system. He needs to take responsibility, and I'm asking him a straight question. And I'm going to repeat it once more for the avoidance of doubt, because he didn't answer it twice. He's here to answer questions. Can he reassure the House that since Kabatu was released, no other asylum-seeking offender has been accidentally let out of prison? It's a clear question. Can he give an answer?
Deputy Prime Minister.
Get a grip, man. I know I'm the justice...
At this point, you can see he's clearly out of his depth and he's totally unprofessional, so he starts insulting him, as people who are losing often do, but he still won't answer the question.
It's getting noisier now, so just in case he didn't hear me. He's the Justice Secretary. Can he reassure the House? Want to know the answer, Mr. Speaker? So I'm going to ask him again. He's the Justice Secretary. Can he reassure the House that since Kabatu was released, no other asylum-seeking offender has been accidentally let out of prison? Can he answer the question?
Deputy Prime Minister.
I've got to tell you, I spent 14 years in opposition, and I
are extremely concerned about what happened in the Kabatu case. They want to know there won't be a repeat. So I'm putting to him a very clear question about his responsibilities. I repeat, can he reassure the House that since Kabatu was released, no other asylum-seeking offender has been accidentally let out of prison? Can he answer the question?
Deputy Prime Minister.
Mr. Speaker, I'm looking forward to being up against the member for Newark next time. In 25 years in this House, I've not witnessed a more shameful spectacle, frankly, than what the party opposite left in our justice system. Their criminal...
Well, make of it what you will, but I think it's pretty obvious. There's obviously others being let out that we don't know about and we're not finding out about, and it's a bit of a concern about how much is actually covered up. And I'm so glad Cartledge pushed on, because Badenoch often does, but not to this extent. 6 times, it made Lammy look like an absolute idiot. It made him look like, in my opinion, that he wasn't telling the truth. And then they're laughing about him afterwards. It's gone a bit quiet, hasn't it? And I couldn't get the sound, but I think the speaker's turning around and saying 6, and they're all laughing, saying he's been asked asked 6 times and not answered. Lammy has just made a complete fool of himself if he could do any more than what he has done already. He's just totally out of depth and clearly isn't in the position to be the Deputy Prime Minister, and certainly not the Justice Secretary. The justice system's bad enough as it is without him leading it.
What, I got it to 6. James Coughlin. Order. It is 6.